guys, it's Bianca here. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, you can probably already tell from the title, is a review of the NYX and Alissa Ashley from here on YouTube. I picked up the foundation in the NYX store. It dropped on the 16th and it will be available in Ulta on the 20th, like in stores. So on the 16th, let me tell y'all a quick story. On the 16th, I go to Ulta and I was like, yeah, I'm looking for the NYX foundation. Oh, it doesn't come into stores until the 20th. So luckily for me, I have a NYX store here in Houston. Well, actually it's two NYX stores here in Houston. So I was able to go in store and actually pick the foundation up. And if you guys want to see how, what I actually think of the foundation, how it applies, everything like that, then just keep on watching. This is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Alissa Ashley collaboration with NYX. And this is in the shade Warm Mahogany. And I'm just starting with a clean base. Oh, this is, okay. And it comes with like a little top and then like a little pump, which is so efficient. Like, this packaging reminds me a lot of the Maybelline packaging. So my face is already clean. I'm gonna be, I picked up the Can't Stop, Won't Stop primer as well, and the lady in the store advised me on how to apply that. So I'm just gonna be taking some of that just right there, and just, cause I do get oily in my T-zone, especially on my nose, especially on my nose. Like, my nose is, on my nose and just like right around my nose, I get oily. So I'm just gonna be patting that in, and then right there on my forehead, I'm gonna be patting that as well. Now, she did tell me, like, typically, you know, with your primer, you get it and just rub it all over your face. She said that's not the best way to apply this primer, because what you'll see is basically, you will see that your foundation in that area, it will tend to break up. So I'm gonna be putting that right there in my T-zone. And then I have really big pores, like here in my acne areas, and then over here. And I have a few little breakouts. So I'm just gonna be going in with my Benefit primer, my Benefit Pore Professional Primer. Oh, that's way too much. Right there and over there, because those are my big pores. So, and it leaves kind of a cast, but I'm not too concerned about that. Did pick up, I do have the shade Cappuccino too, so let me swatch those. I'm gonna swatch those for y'all, probably right here on this brush. And I'm gonna use this side, I'm gonna use one on each side. So this is Cappuccino, and I'm just gonna swatch it right there. So that's Cappuccino. I only have Cappuccino and Warm Mahogany because I bought Cappuccino first, and then I just came back from Cancun and I got a little bit of a tan, so it's I thought Cappuccino would have been my color, but it's a little light for me. And this is Warm Mahogany. If you see, Cappuccino is a little bit lighter than Warm Mahogany, so I'm hoping Warm Mahogany will be my shade, because Cappuccino also look like it has like a yellow undertone. So Warm Mahogany is what I'm gonna go with, and I put it on this side of the brush, so I'm just gonna take the leftover of that. And this is one pump. So let's see. gonna be taking the booty of my beauty blender, and now typically I do blend my foundations out with a brush because I have acne scarring and dark spots and hyperpigmentation, and I just found a brush gives you better coverage, but today I'm just gonna be using a beauty blender. One thing I can tell you, honey, is this here dries down. It dries pretty fast. I think I'm gonna attempt to use a brush just because I like it more full coverage, just especially to cover my dark spots. You can probably see, yeah, you can see those really good, and then on that side too. So another full pump. So this is a total of 2 pumps. And I'm just going to take my brush. It's clean. And blend it over my face. And if you hear like some little spinning or something like that, that's my son. It's Mike over there. He's playing with his Beyblade. That is definitely, Wont Mahogany is definitely a better shade match for me. And even there I can see like how it's dried down. You can't really see right there. It blends pretty well. So I know like once I actually get my color back, that's gonna be my shade. But what I'm wearing right now is Wont Mahogany. Now, had I started using a brush, I know that it would have covered the little spots that you can still see peeking through right here. I know this foundation would have covered that just because the brush gives you better coverage than a sponge will. So I'm almost positive it would have. So I'm gonna take another half a pump and just put that right there in my problem areas. This side is it's not so bad, but that's my problem areas is really my cheeks. I'm not concerned with, you know, like underneath my eyes or my eyes that are really dark, because I'm working on that, but these here are my problem areas. And you see that little half of a pump, look what that did. Cover those dark spots. So this is the base, and this is 2.5 pumps. The first pump I used the beauty blender, and then all of the rest of the pump and a half I used the brush. Now this dries down very matte. I like it. I think I like it. But let's see how it blends. Let's see how this here blends with concealer. For my concealer, I'm going to be going in with the Born This Way Too Faced, the multi-use sculpting concealer. I don't know why I always read that, but I'm in the shade Chestnut. So So what I was checking for really is like to see if it's gonna get patchy, just because this here foundation is like, it's a matte foundation. So I was checking to see if it was gonna get like super patchy, but I mean, it blends. Look at that, y'all. It blends amazingly with the concealer. So I'm just gonna go in and set my concealer. And I'm just using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. You know what I was really concerned about? Putting a powder on top of like this super matte foundation, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. I'm looking at me. My monitor is over here. And it looks good in my monitor too. And it looks good right here. So before I give you guys, and you may see the lighting change because I'm using natural light, so the lighting may go up and down, but before I give you guys like my final thoughts on everything, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face. Just finish my entire face and then come back give you my final opinion on it. So all right guys, this is the final look. I'm done with everything, so I don't think you guys are able to see it, but what I can see is like right here, like in my cheek area, actually where I put my benefit primer, where I put my benefit primer, I can see that it flaked up underneath. Now I don't know if that because like I accidentally used too much primer, or I don't know if that's just its combination with the foundation, because like in here, and I'm looking in my mirror, like in here and down here and here, like where I actually put the Cant Wont Stop primer, I don't see any of that, but I know you definitely, you can see like in this area, all in here, where like it flaked up on me. Or maybe it was, I don't know. I'm not really, I don't know what went wrong, but it is flaky there. So let's talk about the foundation as a whole. The foundation is supposed to be a 24-hour matte finish wear foundation. It's supposed to be full coverage. I explained to you while I was putting the foundation on how I do it. I typically put my foundation on with a brush. But when I did the first pump of this foundation, I used a beauty blender. And it did not give me as much coverage as I would like. So I ended up using 2.5 pumps in order to get like the full coverage look that I want. But I do think it is truly full coverage. I think it's buildable. You may, if you have the same acne problems as me, you may want to stick to using a brush other than a beauty blender, because if you use a beauty blender, as I stated, like you won't get enough coverage unless you use like a ton of foundation. I like the foundation as a whole. What I think I'm gonna do is I don't get oily like all over my face. It's typically like in the T-zone area. So I'm not gonna use the Benefit primer with this foundation. I don't know if they're just like not a good combination. I have a Sephora Amplifier primer as well. And it does a really good job of covering my pores. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that primer with the foundation. What else? The primer is definitely a go. I think the primer is like $7, I think. I'll be sure to put it down in the description box, but I think it was $7, and it's a pretty good, pretty decent size. It is 0.84 fluid ounces. So 25 milliliters, which is pretty good, really good. And the foundation is a fluid ounce, which is typically all foundations are fluid ounce. However, this is a drugstore foundation. This foundation is $15, y'all. And for $15, you cannot beat this. I think this, I keep looking down because I'm like looking at myself like, wow. Other than like the little areas like right here where it broke up a little bit, and you can probably see, yeah, like it broke up like up in this area. And I don't like, I really don't know what the cause of it is, but other than that, like I like the foundation. I think it blends out well. It blended very well with my concealer. I didn't have any problems with that. It blended very well with my contour. Like I didn't have any problem. I did not spray my face. I did not put any powder on my face on top of this or anything. Like I didn't have to do that because it's so matte, and it gives you like that airbrush, like it gives you like that airbrush look. You know how when you put powder on top of your foundation, that's the look that it gives you. It's like, I love it. Like I think my face is bomb. I'm definitely feeling it, and it's $15. You cannot beat that. It's drugstore. It looks good. I like it. I think it's $15 well spent. I would definitely be picking it up again. And shout out to Alissa, Ashley, and NYX. They came together, and she came together for us dark skinned girls. So don't forget to thumbs up this video. Don't forget to leave me a comment down in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe, you know, so you can keep up with me. Hit the little bell so every time I upload you can keep up. And I want to thank you guys for watching my video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.